Ah.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello,
Hey.
everyone.
Hello.
The first wasn't good enough, so I did it again.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, I love you, Jack.
Crazy times, brother.
Ugh.
Isn't it something?
I don't know. What is it?
Wait,
What do you mean?
I mean, you know,
No.
we've been going through it.
Explain it to me.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Anything
just
specific?
happening? I mean, you can't stop hearing about it.
Like what?
You just turn on the news and it's just, you know?
Yeah. What? What?
I mean, they just won't. You look at your phone.
Right.
You know, you look at Twitter.
Yes.
All the hashtags are coming in.
Like, what sort of what hashtags?
I've never seen so many.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, if I pull out my phone right now
Yeah.
and log into Twitter, I'm sure there's going to be something.
Yeah, there'll be
that
something.
comes
What?
up.
What? Just
You know.
log in.
Okay,
What is it?
Okay, first thing.
Okay.
Jaden and Jada Smith call out YouTuber Shane Dawson. You know, it's all sorts of stuff. It's happening.
Jesus, who are they? That's Will Smith's wife, Jada.
Jada? I thought that was his kid.
Jaden is his son.
Jaden is his son.
Yes.
And who's the Willow Smith is the other one because he wasn't happy enough to have one name of his own.
And they eat children and get the drugs. Did you know that if you scare a child, when you eat it, it creates this drug that celebrities are getting high from?
Are you thinking of octopus?
No. It's a human being, a human child. I
Okay.
read this. This is a conspiracy theory that I read a couple of days ago. Is that celebrities, some high-level celebrities, are killing and eating children, and they torture the child to make the child freak out. It's called adrenochrome, and the adrenaline created in the child's bloodstream changes the blood into a more toxic state. They drink the blood and they get high from it.
Do they have to name it something so cool?
Adrenochrome sounds like something I want to do.
It sounds like a part that I want to put on my car.
Oh, I would do a couple of vials of adrenochrome.
I just got the adrenochrome ECU installed. It
So
goes slower now, but it's cool.
So you got a new car, man? Any factory extras?
Yeah, I got the Clinton adrenochrome in there.
An adrenoclone is when you make a whole other baby so you can take the original.
Then you excite it.
Yeah, and then you excite it and drink its blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds more ethical than just killing someone that's already around.
Absolutely, dude. You steal someone's meatballs, it's okay if you replace them.
It's like factory farming.
Eh.
Like he's like, oh, well, they were born to die. Like my tattoo on my ankle says. It's like a cool butcher just cutting off the heads of pigs and being like, man,
Yeah.
we're all doomed for the slaughter at the end.
When you think about it, no one lives forever.
Puts on the Smiths, just...
What makes the cows so special? We're all gonna croak.
There's got to be a bunch of nihilist, like, meat workers. They're just like,
Well, they'd have to
fuck
be.
it.
Dude,
Nothing matters.
I knew a guy who worked at the meat works at it's like out west. There's this hardcore meat work, Dinmore, right? There's a meat works at Dinmore, which they're cutting up cows. The guys on the main floor, like the cutting floor, are slicing whole cows, and they bleed these things out.
Like katana?
No, well, yeah, they have these big knives. No, they have these big knives, and these guys are, you know, they're professionals. They know what cuts they're doing, but they're slicing whole carcasses are coming in. They're slicing. Now they bleed these things out, but you know, it's a factory. They're shipping them through. There's blood all over them, like they wear an apron. Dude, I saw a photo of him and some of his mates at Smoko, and they're wearing the apron, but there's just blood all over them. These guys are eating sandwiches. Like, they've got blood all over them. It's Smoko. They don't clean up for Smoko because they're just going to put on all their bloody stuff again. So they're sitting in the lunchroom, just covered in blood, eating a sandwich, drinking a milk. What the fuck?
What's the destination for the blood? Is there like a blood depository where they can send it? Like old
there's
oil?
drains. No. There's drains in the floor. It's a concrete floor with drains in the floor, and the blood drains down. These meat work places, right? These what are they? The
obituary.
What the fuck it is?
Yeah.
The place where you kill the animals. Abattoir. These abattoirs always have a lake, and the lake is just blood. Basically, the blood sinks down to the bottom of the water, and it right. But it's disgusting, man. It's actually an environmental mess.
Because it's heavier than water, so it sits at the bottom.
Right.
Like
but it's an environmental mess, man.
Anti-Milo.
Right, but it's fucking toxic because it's septic.
Yep.
It's septic, so it's bile. It's bio. It's what's it called? It's bio.
Biohazard.
Yeah, man. It's a
Yeah.
biological fucking disaster. You can't have that. You can't have a bunch of blood laying around. That's no good. You get flies, and then the flies go and fucking stink up someone else's. Whatever the fuck. Anyway, the point is, these dudes are sitting around. They're covered in blood. They're eating sandwiches. You can't tell me they're not going to be psychos. What sort of psycho sister have? Hey, so how's your wife? Sandra's great, man. You realise you're covered in blood? Yeah, you're covered in blood, dude. No, you're covered in blood, dude. Oh, we're all covered in blood. Hey, it's
Like it turns
fucked,
into like
dude.
a Cartoon Network thing.
You can't sit there next to your friend just covered in blood. That's not normal.
Yeah, that's Patrick Bateman shit.
It's fucked, man. You got to think. I mean, a butcher is a terrifying person because he'd cut you up and not think about it.
You can tell that a butcher would find like a car wreck or something horrific and be like,
The outside's the inside's on the outside again.
he would see a car wreck with 4 dead people inside the car, and he would make a comment about what engine's in it.
Yeah, you go, oh shit,
Oh, I
that's
got the
big
Hemi.
Got the big block there.
Okay.
Oh, and raspberry jam.
Oh, I'm late.
Right.
King, just like straight into the side of another car.
Wouldn't give a goddamn shit.
No shit's given. No fucks.
So Hillary Clinton,
I think that's where we should send the blood.
she'd love it. She drinks it.
Yeah.
She's into that. Yep.
From the calves right into like the veins. It'd be a long line. Not gonna lie, if we send all of the
You're right.
abattoir blood, it'd be like an internet situation where it all goes to DC. But we could finally make her powerful enough to win 2020.
You're not wrong. She gets juiced up. She goes, late entrant. I'm in the election now. It's me versus Trump again. But I tell you, man, if Hillary Clinton entered the race, Biden would be out.
Absolutely,
He would instantly have no chance.
Well, I mean, Biden doesn't know where he is. I think Hillary just needs that kick. She just needs. Daddy needs a juice.
Well, dude, she's drinking the blood of infants. So maybe she needs to step it up. If more people would just fucking donate their children to her.
That plasma, yeah.
Maybe we'd... Apparently, she made a snuff video.
Ah.
This is Hillary Clinton. There's a conspiracy theory that she made a snuff video where she's, like, carving up these kids.
Do you think they're well produced? Like, if it's a government snuff video, do you think it's, like, nicely done?
It
Or
has
is it
to
still
be.
handheld and shitty?
No. This is high end.
This snuff
probably
film
directed by
has-
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, it's got grips. When she... It's like one of those the Nutri-Grain commercials where she, like, drinks the blood and she's, like, ripped and she's like, bah! Like at a beach. She starts surfing and kicking a soccer ball.
Infant blood, the thirst crusher. And there's Ron Howard, the production assistant. Yeah. Hey. I've been empowering. I've been writing empowering songs again.
That's good. Getting a little bit of positive vibes.
Yeah,
in the mix.
Well, that one of my hobbies is empowering women. That's what I like to do. And I had a dream.
Well, I saw a woman of color at North Lakes yesterday. I was very empowered.
Ooh, hello.
Great. Love to see it.
Hey, sister girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was she doing?
I don't know.
Okay, you just saw her there and you thought, hey,
I just thought, good on you.
good on you. Fuck yeah.
And you know what? I'm not the kind of guy to stand by silently as many white boys do. It's like don't stand silently. You have to make an effort to contribute to the cause. So I go up to her and I just go, hey, good on you, toots.
That's it,
And I
you
get back in
ally.
there. Yeah,
Good on you, toots.
I'm doing my part.
I'll bet she felt great about that.
Yeah.
That would get a positive. I just saw a woman with a Miata at the BP and said, nice car. And she went, yeah. Shit. Anyway, so I had this dream that there was a woman with no clothes on, and she was saying that she wanted to do some streaking, and I said something
After
like
she took her, she
she's
decided
standing
that
there naked, and I
she
said
strips off, and then she's like, you know what would be perfect right now?
bit of streaking,
Bit of streaking
because she
would go
wanted
down
everyone
a
to see
treat.
her shit, and I was like, well, how about some sex behaviors as well, and she took part in some sex behaviors, and then she ran out onto a football field, wrote a song about it, and this is just about me talking to her, encouraging her to be empowered by her sexuality and to do whatever she wants. It goes like this.
Okay.
Beautiful girl standing naked in the sun. She wanna show her titties. She wanna show her bum bum. Sexual thoughts, yeah, you wanna have some fun. So suck my balls and do a nudie run.
I can hear the production.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very British sounding song, like a British commercial almost.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
It has that. Yeah.
Do a nudie run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
Yeah, it's got like big orch hits in it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It made me happy. I sung it to Andy Davis. I didn't know his wife was home. She doesn't like the song. I don't think she realizes the empowering nature.
She didn't feel empowered?
I think the ball talk. She didn't like the balls reference.
Yeah, you don't talk about your balls.
She said to me, no one does that, you know. And I said,
Sucks
what, nudie?
balls?
I said, what, nudie runs? She's like, no, that other thing. And I was like, first I've heard of it.
Yeah, no one's
doing the Hummer? Rubbish.
Yeah, people can't stop doing it. It's the new craze.
Sweeping through the high schools.
Yeah.
Chris D'Elia, he's right on it.
They're mad for it.
Oh, man, Chris D'Elia's been getting Hummers. Goddamn right. Maybe that's the reason why he goes for the young girls, because they're perverts. Any chick over 20 is just fucking vanilla.
Well, that's because they've already sucked everything. When you're young, you've got plenty to suck and you're not sure what to expect. Let's go out and paint the town red. Let's see what's in store.
I'm gonna
for young Millie.
I'm gonna suck the paint off a road sign. Let's do question time.
Well, I actually wrote a list of questions that I forgot about this list. I wrote this at 3:30 in the morning.
Jack with the paperwork.
When I was stoned, and then I found out about it the next day at work because I pulled out my phone to do some calculations.
Oh.
And I'm like, all right, well, let's open my phone, and I found this note called "Questions You Want to Ask About Pedophilia," but instead of the P's, they're all O's. So it's Oiduhelia.
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 Oiduhelia. Yeah. He's the text message king. He does what he wants. He solicits sex from very young girls. Ugh. He just asks for nudes. He asked for
this
nudes.
is delay. I thought this was me.
No, I said Huilia. I thought that's who you were referring to.
Questions you want to ask about pedophilia.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
He solicited nudes.
Did he?
That's what he asked for. I mean, this is the story. We don't know. We don't know. The guy's been crucified. I've seen no evidence. But apparently, this is his great crime. Now, I'm just thinking if we're making shit up, make up something better than that. Because asking a young girl for nudes is fucked up. But it ain't touching. You're not a pedophile. You're just a pervert.
I think that's pedophile. Well, I mean, that's literally asking for something illegal.
Isn't it touching it? Like, if you watch child porn, if you're some sort of sick fuck and you have child porn, you're not a pedophile. You're a fucking asshole and you go to jail.
Are you not a pedophile if you watch child porn?
I don't think so.
Like,
you probably are. I mean, you probably are, but unless you've actually done some kitty touching, I don't think so. Isn't that the definition?
You're saying all pedophiles watch kitty porn, but not everyone that watches kitty porn is a pedophile.
That's what I'm saying.
So some people watch it for the art direction.
No, they watch it and they want to fuck kids. They just haven't yet.
They push it down.
Until they do, they're not a pedophile.
And then they get the Red Cross.
Dude, that's like me watching.
not the charity.
Right. The chair? Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You get buzzed off.
When someone's a pedophile.
A pedophile!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it's like if I like to watch videos of people robbing shops, I mean, I'm not a thief. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know?
But you're just like thinking about the idea of maybe one day robbing a shop.
The difference is, yeah, that's right. The difference is, and I think correctly, I think it's a good difference, is if you are in possession of child porn, you go to fucking jail. And I think that's good. It's a fair distinction.
Right.
It's a much more serious crime. The real crime is that you can rob a shop and someone can fuck a kid and the guy who robs the store could go to jail for longer. Now that's a fucking crime, you know?
Well, I mean, that might line up with one of my questions I want to ask about pedophilia that I have here.
All right.
Is it legal I don't know. I've had this thought for a while, but I don't know if we talked about it on the show. Is it legal to get a tattoo of child porn and then tour the country like a nasty circus and show other pedophiles your tattoo to jerk off to?
Yes, that's legal.
That's legal.
Yes.
They can't nab you for that.
No.
What
But
are we
you
doing
should
then?
get bashed, though. You should get bashed.
Oh, you'll get bashed, but as long as the amount of money you'll be making.
You should be cut up and thrown to the lions for that.
Put
But
a
I
big
don't think a
billboard.
law has been broken.
But it's not even like a real photo. You go to your artist who's really good at hyper-realistic portraits.
Okay.
You say, look, think about what child porn might look like. Don't ask me. Never seen it. I'm a
Right.
good guy.
Yep.
Ding. And then
Yep.
he comes up with his little, my dark twisted fantasy, Kanye West style.
Yep.
Draws it on your belly.
Oof.
And then, on your back, because you don't want to watch all of them.
Yeah, you're not a
Wank.
sicko. You
Yeah.
stick it out back.
Stick it out back. And then you just park up your truck in like a carnival and just put a big sign that says free. No, not free. Law breaking free, like legal child porn available here.
Yep. $2 a look and a choke.
$50 admission. You can charge whatever you want because these people, there's no competition.
Plus, once word gets out, you're going to have a line anyway.
If you're looking for child porn, you don't want to break the law, you're not going to mind
Just looking
spending
at
a
my
little
back.
more.
Just look at my back and spend your cash. You can jack off to this. You can jack in my gas. You can rip out $50. You can bust a fucking nuts. How many?
That's one idea that I had.
How many pedophiles do you think are walking around at these fairgrounds?
Oh man, that's
Probably
where they
half,
live.
Half of them.
The fairgrounds have moved into their home.
I feel like carnies are. I'm not going to say they're all deviants, but man, I never thought about who's running these things.
You've never met a carny that got that way from doing something right.
Nah, man. Their whole families are these. They're like gypsies. I used to know a guy. I actually went to school with a guy, and I won't say the name because he was a lovely, lovely guy. He was actually like genuine, and still is like a really good dude. But he's from a family of carnies, man. And he would just tell us stories about his uncles and his aunties and the extended family. And they would run the rides from down and, they go all over Australia with their rides. And it's like, dude, they're fucking gypsies. They got a road train going on. They got a caravan of carnal knowledge.
A real Oregon Trail of shitheads.
Dude, it's fucking ridiculous. And he'd go on the road with these people. I mean, when you're at school, you're at school, you can't do the thing because it's different in every town. You're not going to get schooled properly. But there are kids
Just
in this thing.
homeschool in the van.
Yeah, well, they don't get a fucking education.
Nah.
They're learning how to use the tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah.
They
They know how to
pick
read the
pockets.
buttons on the tilt-a-whirl and that's it.
Dude, you can't make money out of that. They're doing pickpockets. They got these kids stealing shit.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
That's why I think my invention is going to bring a lot of... it's going to stimulate the economy of the fete, which has been dying out for quite some time. All that we've ever had as a fete in this country. You go to a school fete. What do we got? Rusty Tilt-a-Whirl. We got Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain on a shitty PV speaker.
Yep. You got a hayride on a Kubota.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about those completely.
Yeah.
Holy
You got
shit.
a hayride.
Yeah, you got bumper cars. I was thinking about... This is a guy I was thinking about yesterday. Just a dude, like one of the guys that runs a carnival in therapy.
Right.
And he's like, I just don't know where it all went wrong. I think it's time to kick my life in the reverse direction. Scream if you want me to jump.
Oh, that's fucked. I like the idea of the hayride. It's just like the hayride on the Kubota with the trailer, and it's just a hay, and there's one dude driving the Kubota, and there's another old man on the back, and he's not actually doing it. His job is to make sure kids don't fall off, but every time you look like you're going to lose your balance, he just feels up a child. He's just this.
Hey, watch.
Hey, whoa! Don't fall off there now. Don't fall off the. How could I fall off? Your thumb is in my ass. How am I going to fall off?
That's the safety pin. That's
the
what he calls it.
That's the anchor, young'un. That's the fucking gonna hold you back by your dick.
He's got
no.
a tattoo on his thumb that says, "Do not remove before flight."
Yeah.
Second question.
Please.
Can tits guys be pedophiles?
Nah.
No, because
No.
there's nothing there yet.
Nah. Tits guys. Well, in my experience, I don't particularly like massive boobs. It's not my thing, right? So I don't mind. They come in all sizes. I like boobies. I'm more of an ass man,
Right.
But if you say that to some guys, you just go, I don't really like big crazy boobs. They're just like, ha, you puffed her? It's like, no, it's just I don't like big crazy boobs. Mate, the bigger the better. And I've seen some massive boobs, and they are not appealing, not one little bit.
I heard a friend of the show, Lachlan Keenan, sent me a thing today by Big J Okerson that described a pair of titties as tube socks filled with soup, which I think is apt.
Tube socks filled with soup? Sure.
Yeah. And then...
How big's the sock? How much soup is in it? That's your titties.
Yeah, that's the scale, really. Yeah, thinking that someone's not gay for not liking boobs is strange, because it's not like you look at a guy and be like, hey, you know what I love about that man? No tits.
Yeah.
That's the thing that makes me attracted to that man.
Yeah, that's right. It's ridiculous. But boob men are irrational and crazy. A boob man is irrational and crazy because that's his whole draw. Look. As you know, I'm a bit of an animal. I don't see a problem with sexualizing women. I think it's fine. That's a big draw card. I mean, if women wouldn't have sex with you, and sex was never going to happen, I mean, you know, you'd meet up in the lunchroom for a sandwich, but you're probably not going to take them to the movies. You know, it's sort of like, you know, like it's a big part of the reason why you might choose to hang out with a certain woman is because you think there's an opportunity for sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might think there's an opportunity for sex. Maybe that's why you're paying for dinner. I don't know.
Yeah.
Call me crazy.
You're not yelling a wooga every time she walks in the room.
No.
But there's a thought and there's an intention.
That's right. You're not an animal.
Natural. Yeah.
Exactly. You're not an animal. It's just that you are actually an animal, and procreation and biology is a thing.
Yeah.
So, you know.
You're an animal in a clip-on tie.
You're an animal in fact, not in theory. Like you are an actual animal. Procreation is on the menu.
You're a very good actor that can pretend to be someone that knows spreadsheets.
Just for long enough.
Yep.
Just for long enough.
Yeah.
But then you go nuts. Anyway, so that's sort of what I think. These guys are on a whole other level. In the objectification game, boob guys are on a whole other level. Because boob guys are your yell shit out guys.
Boob guys have man caves.
Yeah. Boob guys are yell shit out guys. Boob guys are also calendar in the garage guys. This is your calendar in the garage, guys. You don't see these fucking old calendars. And I saw them like in the 80s. I saw them when I was a kid. You'd go over to your dad's friend's house.
Yeah.
And he'd call ahead. Gary, you want to cover up Miss July? Of course, as soon as they went to make coffee, as soon as you'd run back in there, you'd uncover Miss July.
Yeah.
So it's just a pair of massive fake, 80s boobs with like they're all like swollen and the veins are coming out the sides. Jeez.
She's rubbing them on a Pontiac.
Fucking hell. I was more interested in the power tools for me.
Right.
But that was a boob generation. It was the Pamela Anderson times. It was all about the titties. And the other thing is...
Yeah, no asses there.
No asses, that's right. So it was all boobs. The girls
heavy.
had no asses. And even as a young guy, I didn't get it. I sort of thought, well, the boobs are crazy. I mean, I was fascinated by the boobs, to be fair.
Some boobs are funny. They're too big to be serious anymore.
They were all fake, dude.
Yeah.
All the calendar girls had fake boobs. So it didn't make any sense to me. I didn't know what I was looking at. I knew I liked it. It wasn't years later when I realized, I see why I felt strange about that. Those are alien.
But yeah, it really is an extraterrestrial being.
Yeah, hell yeah. I like dudes who call them bolt-ons.
Those are the calendar guys for
sure. Bolt-ons. It's hilarious.
I got some bolt-ons.
The connotation is the Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
I'm
alive.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn.
It's so fucking funny, man.
It's funny because I don't have a calendar at all. I don't own a calendar because I have an iPhone.
Yeah.
So what I do when I'm down there and I'm working on my car and I'm like, what date is it? I check my phone. I'm like, oh, it's the 17th.
Okay.
And then also I beat off to my phone all the time.
Yes.
So the whole system has completely integrated into technology now. We check the date on our phone. We beat off on our phone. This is the new car guy calendar thing.
Absolutely. And it's sexy as hell.
My wallpaper is a picture of my car. This is... Everything is aligned.
See my wallpaper? My wallpaper... Oh, it's gone here.
I always thought it was just
my wallpaper is a
default.
picture of your watch. I got drunk and gave you my watch. It's such a great watch.
I've been getting compliments at work.
Dude, it's awesome.
It's a great watch.
Fuck yeah. It's cool. But to be fair, it is more you than it is me. It is more you. It is more you than it is me. I never wore it. I mean, it's more you than it is me.
Are there any pedophiles that are attracted to all children, regardless of who they are or what they look like?
Yeah, all
the
of them.
only thing about that... Yeah, but I'm sure it'd be like, man, that kid's got something about him.
Okay, yes.
Where
okay.
they're like, I only like this person because they're a kid.
Okay, you know what, dude? This is what I think about it. I can answer that question. I think it's the same as just guys, right? Like, as a man, you're attracted to a certain type of woman or a certain type of dude. Whatever you're into a certain type of it, for sure. But then there's what is available to you.
Yep.
And for the most part, sexuality is a thing where ultimately you'll take what you can get. Or you'll choose... Look, hey, dude, no one's ordering off the menu. You order from the menu.
Yep.
If the item isn't on the menu, then that's not for sale. You can't get that. So it doesn't matter if I want Thai food. This is a Mexican restaurant, dipshit.
Yep.
And especially with pedophilia, it's an opportunist sport. You can't fucking order this in unless you're Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you sort of, you know,
He could be picky.
This is what he could be picky. This is the sickness. This is the sickness of pedophilia. This is what's being suggested about the United States right now, is that it's such a major thing and it's so many children and it's so deeply rooted. I heard this thing, and conspiracy theories as well, but who fucking knows? But this fucking guy was saying something like 800,000 children.
Damn.
800,000 children go missing in the United States every year. That's insane.
That's like more than Toowoomba of children that have
That's
going
way
missing.
more than... That's 3 Toowoomba's.
Yeah, is Toowoomba like... Yeah, I
What's
couldn't remember
Toowoomba?
if it was like...
300,000?
Yeah, 350, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. So these kids aren't disappearing down a well. You know, they're being stolen. That's the theory. Like I said, I don't believe this just because some guy said it. I'm famous for not believing stuff just because I hear it. I don't know, you know, but I'm just saying, if that's real, then there is a menu, and these sick fucks are ordering off the menu, and that's when you're going too far. If my kind of pedophile is a pedophile of opportunity. He's not the sort of pedophile picking off a menu. That's too fancy for me.
Is the grassroots small town pedophile.
Yeah. Fancy pedophiles that are choosing off the menu, I hate them twice. You know?
Yeah.
What sort of Mr. Fancy Pants pedophile?
Yeah, you
Fuck
can't be
you.
a fancy pedophile.
No, that's the worst kind.
Be a blue collar, down to earth.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Drives a Jeep pedophile.
At the very least.
Yeah.
At the very least. Yeah, driving around with some gummy bears and slicked back hair. You know, my kind of pedophile looks like a pedophile as well.
Yeah, you can't be like a charming guy that happens to be a pedophile.
It's terrifying. You hear these stories, not even just pedophiles, just like regular rapists, just like sexual assault dudes. And you see a picture of me, and you're like, that's like a handsome guy.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I don't like it.
I
I
don't
want
like
them
that.
to have the big glasses and the moustache.
I
and
want
the
him to
weird
be
van.
in a leather jacket. I want him to be in a leather jacket. You know the leather jacket I'm talking about as well.
Oh, like the duster.
No, there's one that we were commenting on. I won't say the name.
Is it the puffy one? Or
No,
is it,
it's the one that he got off his dad that
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one with the slicked back hair. You know, and it's like, yeah, okay, that dude's a sus cunt. Like, that's my kind of fucking sexual assault guy.
Yeah, that guy in question.
You're suspicious.
I wouldn't. Yeah, if he was a
'Cause if you're-
pedophile, I'd be like, oh, all is well.
Okay.
Everything makes sense.
Because you want a guy to look like that so that maybe his victims see him and go, you're sus.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You know?
It's like a bright frog.
Yeah, you're just like, that might be poisonous.
Yeah.
You know, this guy looks like the suspect
He's
in
a-
every movie. They don't end up being the one. They never end up being the one who done it.
There's always Colonel Mustard.
God damn it! With the that's right, with the knife in the living room. Yeah. Well, shit. Okay.
It
Well,
was Colonel Mustard with the penis. It's always the guy with the penis.
the Colonel is my porn name. My porn name is Colonel Spuntenschmutz.
I have one more request regarding pedophilia. Is there a best one? Like, is there like a leader, like a David Duke of pedophiles?
Yes, there has to be.
Like, puts out a newsletter?
Is it Gary Glitter? Was he the big pedo? Was he like the...
I thought he wrote Cars.
No, he didn't
Here
write...
in my cars, I can fuck all the
that's
kids.
David... Isn't that David Byrne?
That's... Nah. It's Gary Jules.
There you go.
Oh, no, it's Mad World. I don't know, dog.
I think it's not Gary...
Gary Newman.
Gary Newman, yes! Don't you love that? Yeah. Was this band The Cars?
No, it's just called Cars. I don't know what the Cars did.
What's the band? I think he was an Australian.
Yeah.
I think he's an Aussie guy. But the sound was very Brit pop.
Well, I think it was
my
an
memory of it.
Australian because he wrote a song in the 80s talking about like, wow, I can lock all the doors in my car.
Here
like
in
they
my
just
got
him.
I feel safest of all. I can
lock
do
all-
those. It's the only way to live in cars.
And like the massive snare.
Is there a king of the pedophile? Is there a pedophile other pedophiles look up to?
Yeah, is there a Mr. July of pedophiles
Yeah, right.
where all the pedophiles they wax their vans and they say, one day I'll
As they're slicking back their hair. I'm gonna be like. His name would be Gary. It would
Yep.
be Gary. I want to be like Gary. He got away with so much before they fried his nuts.
Gary
You know?
Snatchems.
Gary, Gary Snatchems. Oh, dude,
He was
Fucking
number
hell,
one.
man. You want to hear it? You know, one of our favorite people is the great Johnny Winter. Right? I love Johnny Winter. He's hilarious. He's out of his fucking mind. He's a right-wing comic. And he works with the Daniel Morecombe Foundation, and he does a hell of a lot of good. He does a hell of a lot of good protecting children. He does this thing, and it's a great thing that he does. Doesn't mean that he's correct in his political stance. It doesn't mean anything else about him. It just means that I fucking respect the shit out of that.
Things can be exclusive.
Dude, people are multifaceted.
Yep.
That's what we're missing now. Some guy's like an asshole in one vein, and this society right now, it seems like they can do no good. You just write them off. It's like they're not good for anything anymore. They just said something I disagree with, so then I write them off completely and they can never do anything good. Well, that guy does a hell of a lot of good, and he's out of his fucking mind.
And you
That
can
dude's-
still-
Dude, he's got some cooked fucking...
And you can still be like, fuck him.
Yeah, oh,
But,
yeah.
however, cool that he did that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Bit of to and fro. To and fro on the message board with Adam O'Sullivan today. Bit of to and fro. He's given me some shit. He said that if he said on the gig board, he said if you disagree with something someone says on stage and you tell them, hey, I don't like that joke, then they have to stop telling the joke because you're offended. And if they don't, then it's like you ignored them. You didn't listen to them.
And it's how all good comedy is formed.
And I was just like, well, that's ridiculous, Adam. And I had a bit of a crack at him. He made fun of me. No worries. But I respect the shit out of him because he did all that work for Bris Funny Fest. It was his thing. It was his baby.
Right.
He's done a hell of a lot for the community. Respect the shit out of the guy for that.
Credit
But
where credit's due.
Credit where credit's due. But what he said was fucking moronic.
Right.
So what it was, I just write him off. I just don't know. He did a fucking cool thing and I respect him for it. Right? He also happened to say some bullshit. But as someone who also says a lot of bullshit, I'd be a hypocrite. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we really should view people for what they've done, which is why I think they should release Cosby, because he did a lot of good shit.
Okay.
Folks, I think that's all the time we have.
No, really? You
yeah.
kidding? Really? Because you said Cosby?
That's it, yeah.
All right. Thank you,
Goodbye,
everybody. Bye.